like to welcome you guys to another DC TV Talk Part 6. And I know it's Sunday and I'm supposed to have this video on Friday. But listen, let's just be honest, the Avengers trailer came out. And I didn't even record Friday at all. I didn't record Friday or Saturday. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on with my life and shit. Nonetheless, this is my review for Titans episode 9. I don't know why I'm about to say 6. Uh, and this one, we get the backstory of Hawk and Dove and how they became one. And a lot of people was kind of complaining. Well, not necessarily. I ain't only say complaining because if this would have been a bad episode, everybody would have probably been complaining like, "Yo, why would you place this right here?" And I know me and a couple other people kind of like, yeah, it kind of seemed misplaced in a way. But a lot of people think it should have took place like after the Asylum episode. But I get why they put it right here and it's not like it was a bad episode. I mean, I thought it was a really good episode because, and it dove into one of the things I like about the show more. It dove into more about the characters. We got to see how, well, pretty much why Hank is the way he is, and like how him and Don got together. Because if you know the history of the comics, or just in general, Hawk and Dove was first Hank and Don, not DAW Don, DON Don, his brother. And we saw them. It was like, hey man, we're gonna take down like sexual predators and stuff like that. They just you see like the first costume they had when it was it's basically like football pads. Because I remember Don had on like some J's and I think what's the name Hank had on like some Adidas. Like you see it, like they just made these costumes. They said they dressed up quite beat up bad guys and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like some teens or whatever. And like you see that, and then you see the relationship between he had with his brother. He always been very very protective of his little brother. And when you see the flashback scene to where like his foot at a football game where he's getting ready to go, and then like the coach like trying to show his little brother the weight room. He's like, nah. And then he cussed his coach out, and he think, and I know kids are like easily like manipulated. We're like, oh well, you shouldn't be cursing at a teacher. What if the principal knew you did that? You probably get expelled and kicked off the team. So of course he put it in his head, and then he said, I go instead. Just let my little brother go home. And like he took up for his little brother in a way that is unimaginable. Like he just wanted he suffered like a childhood trauma simply because uh, uh, he didn't want nobody no harm come to his little brother, which is crazy because when he got older, and you see he was like it followed him, so that he was like brash and just doing things and like and like neglecting a lot of things, and so we get to the part where he just like he's playing football, but he's also like going to having a lot of concussions. Like we know, even in the comics, like he's always been the one who he would take on a lot of damage. Don didn't like Dove didn't really take like damage like Hank does, like Hawk does. He's just always in it. Like he's just beat. Like he's brash. Like he just goes in. And when we see that, we see like the part of Don come out to it. It's like I have to protect my big brother, and then on the other side of things, Dawn is dealing with female Dawn is dealing with things going on with her mother because she's apparently being abused by her husband or boyfriend or something. Yet she's going back to him. Like we've seen stuff like that happen in homes. And like she's pissed off at her mama. Like you just got out of the situation. Why don't you put yourself back in it? Like I broke the dude arms. Like why would you go back to him? I don't I hate and like it's a situation where like people always go back to stuff. I forgot what it's called. Where like you always go back to like bad situations. Can't think of the name of it. One of y'all go comment it though. So and then we have um this moment because she was in ballet. Cause we already know Don's background is ballet and jujitsu. You know what I'm saying? She did that both of those for 7 years, and so when she meets Hank, they just bump into each other on the road, and then it's a crazy car accident kills her, well, his brother and her mom. So from that moment on, it's like shit. And then they go into these little therapy sessions and stuff, and that's how they get connected. You know what I'm saying? And because they both vulnerable, and then that's when she learns. She learns about what happened with him as a kid when he was protecting his brother. She's like, why? Well, if you and your brother was out doing these things, like, why didn't you never go after him? Because it's always usually the person who did it to him, like the person who left it. Like, they can go out there and take their anger out on a lot of other people, but they still like that childhood fear, the PTSD from the person who scarred them as a kid, and they can't confront them. And she was like, okay, don't worry about it. And like, he went to sleep, and she went find the coach. She went to his house. She was like, you need to turn yourself in. Like, I know what you did to Hank. You need to go tell them what you did. And I like the way because she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna just I care about this dude. I'm not gonna just let you just hang with him forever. Like, I want justice for him. And then Hank pulls up, and they both just beat the shit out of him. And one of my favorite scenes in the episode was when she's like, when he tell her to leave, and she's like, not going anywhere. She shut the door. I'm pretty sure he dead, because that's pretty much how they don't mind killing. Like, and they pretty like vigilant. I know that their story is a lot different from the comics, because in the comics he gets the Avatar of War, she gets the Avatar of Peace. They get powers along with it, healing factors. But I think I like this version a little bit better, simply because you can see, like like they the pain is real. Like, you can't just go put on your suit and you heal. They don't know. Like, this shit sticks with you. This is lingering effects. Like, you see the realness in it for you trying to go out and do these things. And like, they were just having a simple apartment. Everything. I like this episode a lot. And then we keep seeing the flashes of Raven being in their dreams. You know what I'm saying? When they're having these dreams about their past. You know what I'm saying? She's seeing Raven in them. And so now they have to go find Jason Todd. Well, I said, what? Go find Jason Todd? And listen, they got busy in this episode too. But then she was like, I don't think we should do that. I think we should just, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's why now they're together. But that time when when they first started fighting crime together, like, kept the relationship separate. And then as they got moved forward, because I guess that's why the relationship with Dick and Don came in there. And then after that was over, that's when she got with Hank. And she was like, hey, we together, so we gonna really, like, there's no more, like, neglecting it. We gonna go ahead and do this. We gonna be with each other, and we gonna fight with each other. So I like that. But yeah, now they're gonna find Jason Todd. And I saw the preview for the next episode. Listen, I think episode 11 title gonna be Nightwing. Listen, if we get at the end of this season just a shot of Robin, Hawk and Dove, Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Wonder Girl, I might lose my motherfucking mind. Like, this is already my favorite DC show right now. It's like, I'm right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll just see that shit. I just love those shows. But like right now, this one right here is like doing something different for me, and I'm loving it to pieces. And this was another fantastic episode. I can't wait to see next week's episode, because I said Wonder Girl versus Starfire. I want to see. We see the last, so at least I'm not gonna get too much into the preview, even though it was a very good preview. I can't wait to see it next week. You guys let me know what you thought about this. Is excellent character uh, episode of Hawking or of Titans. I want to know, what is Hawk and Dove gonna kind of like be a part of the Titans, or they gonna spin off? I'm wondering where because it can, like, you can have a spin off with those two, because I like the relationship between those two. I like the chemistry between those two, and I like the fact that they're polar opposites. In a way, because they are opposite, but then they have a lot of similarities. I like that. But like I said, you guys let me know what you thought about that in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.